I'm pretty sure that's a felony. Well, this Glock guy, he really doesn't know what he's doing when he's making these. These are not that accurate, huh? What is up, everybody, and welcome to the debut of my new and improved everyday carry. So for a while, I've been carrying the SIG P365, and recently, I've just been thinking, I need a little something more. So, I upgraded. This is maybe the dumbest gun I own. This is my golden Glock 17, and it is the perfect concealed carry gun if you want to be found instantly guilty if you're ever in any sort of self-defense shooting. Just having this within 10 feet of you is basically probable cause to search your vehicle or any extension of your person for narcotics, and I've been looking for a little bit of thrill in my life, so I figured it's the perfect thing to replace the SIG. Now this is the first and only Glock I've ever owned, which I think is pretty funny. I don't really like Glock. I've really tried to. I've shot dozens of them, and just none of them really feel right to me. But when I saw this at 2 in the morning, it felt right. Now, obviously, this is not actually gold. It is something called titanium nitride. Basically, it's a thin metal coating that's super durable, it's stronger than steel, it's rust resistant, and it just looks fucking awesome. So today, in honor of my first Glock purchase, I want to shoot it. Now, I've never felt more in danger driving a vehicle than I did driving over here with a golden Glock and over 100 rounds in loaded, unconventional magazines. But I thought it'd be fun to get out here and shoot more and more ridiculous magazines as we go, fit for a gun that's as ridiculous as this. So that's what we're gonna do. Quick note, I've never actually shot this gun before. This is the first time I'm getting it out, and it's -1 degrees today, so hopefully everything functions. Let's go. Alright, so we're gonna be starting off with the 17 round magazine from Glock. Now as we progress, we're gonna start shooting these pumpkins and gourds of sorts that I've had on my front porch for about 6 months at this point. Need to get rid of them, so figured why not do it with a golden Glock. But first, let's just see how she shoots. Alright, so I may or may not have dropped this in the snow, but I'm sure that won't have any effect. First shots of the golden Glock. Let's see if it's everything I've ever dreamed of. Okay, interesting. So it feels just about as gross as every Glock I've ever shot before has, and I'm wondering if maybe they fucked with the iron sights when they did this coating, because they're a little bit crooked now that I'm really taking a look at it, which is something I probably should have noticed before I accepted the transfer, but that's probably fine. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are really going to be able to see this on the camera. It's not going to want to focus, but this front iron sight is probably, I don't know, about 5 degrees off to the right. I don't think that's really going to get picked up on the camera. So that's not great. That's not ideal, but we'll account for it. Okay, so first impressions, it feels like a Glock, maybe just a little bit worse than a normal Glock, because these iron sights, they are just ever so slightly wonky, and I'm really not making an excuse here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see in the camera, but it's just slightly tilted to the right, and it's fucking me up. You guys know I'm a marksman, so it's all the gun's fault, guaranteed. But it basically just feels like a normal Glock, really. I actually weighed this before I came out here, and it's 12 grams heavier, so obviously that's a marginal difference. You're not gonna notice that. So all you're gonna get is just a really cool looking Glock that might shoot a little to the side. But enough excuses as to why I can't hit a target 10 yards away from me. It's time to blow up some produce. Alright, now to answer the age-old question I'm sure you found yourself asking it many times. What does 27 rounds out of a golden Glock 17 do to two? That's a horrible sounding sentence, but I don't know how else to say it. Do to 2 6-month-old gourds. I guess we're about to find out. I'm gonna level with you guys. I think I missed most of those. Do you think they're gonna buy the whole iron sight excuse? Alright, we're gonna try this again. I think my mistake was I thought the table was the threat instead of the gourds. Rookie mistake, I know. I'm gonna blame the poor performance on the cold weather and the fact that I don't like Glock. My body's rejecting it. It won't let me aim well. That's gotta be it. I guess that was better. Okay, so we're really just fucking up the table more than anything. That's cool. I don't know why I'm so bad. Maybe it's a genetic thing, I'm not sure. But it's time to move on to the bigger one. Okay, I think it's time for me to try and eliminate as much user error as possible. If I can miss from this far away, I'm deleting the channel. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a visit from the sheriff. That is stinky. That's been sitting on my porch for about 4 months too many. Much better results this time. I think we should probably go ahead and get this drum mag emptied so when the cops pull up, they don't just instantly shoot me. That was anticlimactic. All right, so I don't know if you guys have ever loaded a drum mag, but it's not exactly a fun thing to do, even in the warmth of your own home. When you've lost feeling in your fingertips because you're wearing, lawn care gloves in -1 degree weather, I bet it's probably even worse. So I'm not gonna take a chance on missing any of these, so we're gonna do the same thing. Comment below if you think we're gonna make it through the entire mag without a jam, because these things are generally not super reliable. I'm pretty sure that's a felony. You think I can dump it in under 10 seconds? Target eliminated. Alright, so of those 50, we maybe hit, I don't even know, 25 of them. Well, this Glock guy, he really doesn't know what he's doing when he's making these. These are not that accurate, huh? This held up pretty well. It might be because it is frozen completely solid, though. I don't know if we'd have the same performance with a fresh pumpkin, but I would say that he's taken care of. So, only 3 jams out of 50, which is a great rate. Not sure I would want to keep this on my everyday carry for many reasons, but one of them definitely being that they don't seem to be the most reliable form of transporting ammo. Alright, so closing thoughts. Would I recommend you buy a golden Glock? I don't know. I've made a lot of jokes during this video, but I think there is definitely some truth to them. For some reason, in this country, if somebody breaks into your house at 3 a.m. with a gun, and you have to shoot them out of self-defense, and if you harm them or unfortunately kill them, there will be a group of lawyers who will come after you and try to paint you as a murderer, completely ignoring the fact that there was, you know, a guy in your house at 3 a.m. with a gun. If you shoot him with this, it's not gonna look good. There's been a lot of cases of self-defense shootings not going in the way of the shooter because of something on their gun or like a sticker, a decal, you know, the idea that you're just waiting to do this. So, if you shoot somebody with a golden Glock filled with a drum mag, I think you're hurting yourself. It's definitely cool. I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty, but if it's gonna be the only gun you have, maybe look elsewhere. Guns and gun owners obviously already have a pretty bad stigma. This is not going to do you any favors in the unfortunate event that you do have to use one. But aside from those reasons, I got this for basically the same price as a new Glock 17. This one was used, in my case, very, very lightly, but that brought down the price enough that with this coating, it's basically the same price as a new Glock. So if you want just like a range toy, I say why not, but it feels like every other Glock I've ever shot. The only thing you're really going to get with this is the swag and better protection from erosion. So if that matters to you, I say go for it, but don't feel like you need a golden Glock. but you do. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed me freezing my ass off to shoot the most impractical gun I own. I really feel like the iron sights are kind of fucked. Maybe I'm just cold and bad with Glocks. I don't know. You guys can be the judge of that. I know this is probably a bit shorter than my videos have been so far, but I thought this would be a funny thing to come out here and do. Plus, I wanted to show off my golden gun. Can you blame me? But that's really it for today, guys. Thanks for watching.